Parenting a toddler is hard work and probably one of the toughest stages of their development. Let's see some of the things you shouldn't say to your kids. You are okay. Kids are notorious for bumps and bruises. Sometimes a trip on the sidewalk that results in a scrapped knee feels like the end of the world. As a parent, we have already experienced these physical and emotional feelings, and they aren't a big deal to us. But our children are feeling many things for the first time. You don't have to treat a scratch as if it's a big hurt, but you can empathize just a little. Tell them you know it hurts, give them a special band aid, and call it a day. Stop crying. I'm going to raise my hand right now and admit we would have said this in the last 24 hours. In all honesty, I was trying to calm my kid down so they would use words and tell me why they were crying. My well intentioned use of phrase went unheard, and they probably only heard that crying is wrong. It's much better to talk through the crying and identify the source, such as saying, I know you are sad that you can't play with the toy anymore. This demonstrates that it's perfectly normal and acceptable to show emotions by crying. Why did you do that? I ask this to my kids daily, somehow expecting that they will give me reasonable response for something like why you painted on the wall. The fact is, even if they did tell me because I had fun painting walls, it's not going to make me happy anyway. No matter what answer I'm given, I will still be frustrated. If your goal is to teach cause and effect to your kids, then try showing what happens when they do something you don't want them to do. Can you help me understand why you did that? Sometimes we paint on paper, so I'm curious to know what made you choose the wall. Give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. That's what happens when you. I told you so is the old school version of this phrase, and one of you probably heard it as a kid. It's basically what our parents threw it in our faces when we went ahead and did something they told us not to do. Because we were kids, and that's what kids do. Nowadays, we try and make everything a teachable moment, and often this is the first thing that comes out of our mouth when our kids fall off the chair they were jumping off. Kids are smart, and they will find out the moment they fell or got into trouble that that's what happens when they don't need to be told again. They need to know their parents are there to pick them up when they fall and make a mistake. You don't have to be scared. Just because you tell someone not to feel something doesn't mean that they take it to heart. If your toddler comes to you and says they are scared, talk to them about why. Don't just brush them off and belittle their feelings, because we sure don't like it when people do that to us. Validate their feelings, but also reassure them you are there and will protect them. Wait until mommy or daddy gets home. Many homes have a designated disciplinarian in the home, and this has been common for decades. The majority of the time, it's been the father who gives out the punishments. But we have learned a lot over the years when it comes to parenting, and instilling a sense of fear for people in authority in our young children is not the best option. Additionally, it takes away from the other parent ability to discipline the child equally. Most parents want their child to equally respect their parents, not one more than the other. We also don't want our children to be afraid of us. Talk to your spouse about proper discipline methods that you both feel comfortable with. So, let me hear from you. Which phrase do you use often? Comment below your thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon for more content on parenting. Thank you for watching.